Find the exponential function that contains the points 2, 100 and 4, 2500. Okay, so we know that the general form of an exponential function is y equals a times b to the x power. Remember, x and y represent the values of the ordered pair, right? As with any basic function here. Okay, so what do a and b represent? Well, remember, b is the base of the exponential function and a is the coefficient. Okay, so how are we going to find these values of a and b? Okay, well, we're going to use the points that are given. Okay, remember, we know that these points lie on the graph. Okay, so when y is 100, x is equal to 2. Let's plug that guy in here, right? So 100 equals a times b to the second power. What about the other guy? Well, 2,500 is equal to a times b to the fourth power here. Okay. All right, so now we have two equations and two variables, which is good, right? Anytime you have the same number of equations as variables, that works out pretty good, right? We should be able to solve for a and b. Okay, now there's a couple ways to do this, but what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to solve this guy for a, right? So a, I'm going to divide both sides by b squared. So a equals 100 over b squared. Okay? And the reason why I'm doing that is so I can use substitution, right? I want to substitute this expression for a into the other equation. Right? So let me go ahead and rewrite that. 2,500 equals a, but instead of putting a, I'm going to put the expression of the other equation that I used, right? So 100 over b squared times b to the fourth power. Okay? Now you notice that in this case, some of these b squares just cancel out, right? So I get 2,500 equals 100 times b squared. You notice now I can divide both sides by 100. Okay? So 2,500 divided by 100 is just 25, right? So b squared is equal to 25, which means that b is equal to 5. Okay, there we go. We found the value of b. So what's left? Well, what's left is to find the value of a. Okay, now you notice in this case, we can just use one of these equations, right? So let's just plug the value of b back into here, and then we should be able to solve this guy for a, right? So what do I mean by that? Well, 100 equals a times b squared. But once again, we know the value of b now, right? Okay, b is a solid 5. So 100 equals a times 5 to the second power. Well, wait a minute. 5 to the second power is 25. So I can divide both sides by 25, which gives me my value of a is 4, right? 100 divided by 25 is 4. So what's the final answer then? Remember, we want to find the equation of the exponential function. So we know the value of a, we know the value of b, so y is equal to 4 times 5 to the x power. And this is the exponential function that is based on these 2 points.